Dear students, today we are discussing about composites. Composites are multiple phase materials that exhibit a significant proportion of the properties of both the constituent materials. So another way of explanation of composites are composite material composed of at least two distinctly dissimilar materials act in harmony. A judicious combination of two or more distinct materials can provide better combination of properties. Or an artificially prepared multi-phase material in which the chemically dissimilar phases are separated by the distinct interface. So here in the composites, two distinctly dissimilar materials are there, but their combination of two or more materials can provide better combination of properties. To enhance their properties, we are using two or more different distinct materials in the composites, preparation of the composites. So for example, wood is the composite of cellulose and lignin. Actually, we know cellulose. Cellulose is the material from the plants we are getting. At the same time, lignin is the hard material. Cellulose is little bit soft material when compared to lignin. But combination of cellulose and lignin, wood is made, but that they having the different properties. Like that, we are preparing the composites. Bone is the composite of soft, strong protein collagen and brittle, hard apatite material. Suppose if we are taking bone as an example, natural composite, the soft, strong protein collagen and brittle, hard apatite material is the combination of bone. So like this we are discussing, today we are discussing about the composites. What are the constituents present on that composites? Main constituents present on that composites are matrix phase and dispersive phase. Two main composites are there. Main constituents are there in the composites. They are matrix phase and dispersive phase. Matrix phase is the continuous body. Matrix phase is the continuous body constituent enclosing the composite and given in its bulk form. It is the continuous body. In the matrix phase is the continuous body in the composite. At the same time, it is the bulk, a larger material. Depending upon the matrix phase, composites are ceramics, metal, polymers, etc. So, which material we are using as a matrix? According to that, composites are broadly ceramics, metal matrix, polymer matrix. This is the matrix phase. So, matrix phase is the continuous body constituent enclosing the composite and given in its bulk form. What is the functions of matrix? Matrix phase bind the dispersion phase, act as a medium. So in the composites, two phases are there, two constituents are there. One is the matrix phase, another one is the dispersive phase. What is the main role of the matrix phase is, matrix phase binds the dispersion phase, act as a medium, applied stress is transmitted and distributed uniformly. Wherever stress is applied, whenever stress is come on that matrix, it will be distribute the stress entire that composite uniformly. And also it protects the surface from chemical reactions, mechanical abrasions, chemical reactions like oxidation, corrosion, like that, etc. Also prevents the propagation of brittleness, cracking, etc. This is the important functions of the matrix phase. First phase is it bind the dispersion phase, act as a medium, and also whenever applied stress, it transmitted and distributed uniformly. It protects the surface from the chemical reactions, mechanical abrasions, etc. Also prevent the propagation of brittleness and cracking. Hence, good matrix phase should be ductile, having corrosion resistance and possess high binding strength. So, good matrix phase should be having ductility, having corrosion resistance, at the same time possess high binding strength. Next constituent is the disperser phase. Disperser phase is the structural constituents of composite. Structural constituents of the composite is known as disperser phase. Fibers, flakes, whiskers, etc. are some important disperser phases. So, majorly composites having two constituents, matrix phase and disperser phase. Classification of the composites depends on the variation present on that composites. These are broadly classified into three categories: particle reinforced composites, fiber reinforced composites, structural composites. Particle, fiber, structural. First we are discussing about what is the particle reinforced composites. In the particle reinforced composites, the dispersed phase is equiaxed. Means dimensions of the particles are nearly the same in all directions. Particle size is same in all directions, not only when even one single direction, in all direction it is the same. That is equiaxed. Particle reinforced composites further divided into two categories: large particle composites, dispersion strengthened composites. Dispersion strengthened composites. Next category of the composite is fiber reinforced composites. Here the dispersed phase is in the form of fiber. Name itself it is there. Dispersed phase is in the form of fibers. These are also subdivided into continuous, aligned, discontinuous. Fiber reinforced composites are further divided into continuous composites, continuously aligned composites, discontinuous composites. Discontinuous composites are further divided into aligned, randomly oriented. Next category is the structural composites. This kind of composites properties depends not only on the constituent material but also the geometrical design. Geometrical design. It means this is the structural composite. That's why property majorly depends on geometrical design of the structure of the composition. These are subdivided into laminates, sandwich panels. Laminates and sandwich panels. Among these, particle reinforced, structural reinforced, fiber reinforced composites. Fiber reinforced polymer composites are widely used. Majorly, composites are divided into particle reinforced, fiber reinforced and structural reinforced. But majorly used composites are particle reinforced composites. Fiber reinforced polymer composites. These are prepared by reinforcing a plastic matrix with a high strength fiber material. Fiber reinforced composites involve three components, namely filament, a polymer matrix and an encapsulating agent. Encapsulating agent means which ties fiber filaments to polymer. The fibers can be employed either in the form of continuous length, staples or whiskers. So fibers can be employed either in the form of continuous length or staples or whiskers. Such composites possess high specific strength. High specific strength in the sense tensile strength by specific gravity. Specific strength of the any of the material is denoted by tensile strength per specific gravity and high specific modulus, elastic modulus per specific gravity, stiffness and lower overall density. Mainly overall density will be very less. What are the important characteristics of the composites? Important characteristics of the composites are: composites possess superior properties such as high yield strength, fracture strength and fatigue life. The fibers prevent slip and crack propagation and inhibit it, thereby increasing mechanical properties when a load is applied. There is a localized plastic flow in the matrix which transfer the load to the fibers embedded in it. Whenever stress or strength is applied on that particular material, what will happen? Localized plastic flow will be appears, then that strain or that pressure will be distributed, transferred, total overall the fiber. That's why it may not undergo any deterioration like that. When a soft phase is present in a hard matrix, the shock resistance of the composite is increased. On the other hand, if hard reinforcing fibers are present on a soft matrix, the strength and modulus of the composites are increased. The fiber reinforced composites are generally anisotropic. Fiber reinforced composites are generally anisotropic. Anisotropic means having different directions. And the maximum strength is in the direction of alignment of the fiber. How fiber is aligned. For getting isotropic properties, the fiber are oriented randomly within the matrix space. For example, ordinary fiberglass, it aligns within the matrix place. It may be pointed here that the cost of laying fiber aligned in a particular direction is much higher than that of random orientation. If suppose for preparing reinforced composites, the following you has to take care about, which are the essential things you have to keep in mind is the coefficient expansion of the fiber matches closely that of the matrix. This is a mandatory thing while you are preparing the composite you has to do. Coefficient of expansion of the fiber matches closely that of the matrix. The fiber and matrix should be chemically compatible. These two having the fiber and matrix should be chemically compatible. Otherwise, it may not form. It may be uneven. Chemically compatible with each other, no undesirable reaction takes place between them. First thing is, it has to compatible. At the same time, no any kind of undesirable reactions don't want to take place in between them. The fiber should be stable at room temperature and should retain a good percentage of strength at elevated temperature. Fiber should be stable at room temperature and also it has to retain a good percentage of strength at elevated temperatures. Some important reinforced composites are why I am discussing about only reinforced composites. These are major thing among all the classification of the composites. That's why I'm just briefly discussing about the some important reinforced composites. Glass fiber reinforced polymer composite. Glass fiber reinforced polymer composites. Here, improving the characteristics of nylon, polyester, etc. containing polymer matrices, glass fibers are employed. Actually, polymer already matrix as a matrix is there, as a matrix is there as a polymer or nylon or polyester, whatever it may be. Some amount of glass material, glass fiber is employed here. These have lower density, higher tensile strength and resistance to corrosion and chemicals. This is the very important thing here. Limitations. Since the most polymeric matrices starts deteriorating or flow of melt at high temperatures, they find applications with limited temperatures. The most polymeric matrices start deterioration or flow or melt at high temperatures. They find application with limited temperature service conditions. They cannot be employed as a structural component since these materials do not possess the desired stiffness and rigidity. What are the important applications of these kind of materials? These kind of, in the sense, polymer reinforced materials. They are used in automobile parts, storage tanks, flooring, transportation industries, plastics, pipes, etc. Next category of reinforced polymer is carbon fiber reinforced polymer composite. Carbon fiber reinforced polymer composites. First category is polymer fiber reinforced composite. Here carbon fiber reinforced polymer composites. These are also known as advanced polymer matrix composite or high performance composites and are employed in situations requiring. First one is the excellent resistance to corrosion, lighter density and retention of desired properties, even at elevated temperatures too. However, the general uses is limited due to their higher cost. Applications of these composites are used as structural components like wing, body and stabilizer or aircrafts, military and commercial, and helicopters, recreational equipments, fishing rods, sport materials, golf clubs, etc. This is the important applications of the carbon fiber reinforced polymer composites. Advantages of composite over conventional materials. What is the advantages while compared to normal conventional materials? They have higher specific strength and stiffness. They can maintain strength up to higher temperatures. They have higher specific strength and stiffness. They can maintain strength up to higher temperatures. They have lower specific gravity. Higher specific strength, lower specific gravity, electrical conductivity and thermal expansion. They have better toughness, impact, thermal shock resistance, fatigue, strength, corrosion and oxidation resistance too. These are the major advantages of composites over normal conventional materials. Broad applications of composites. Broad applications of composites majorly in automobile industries, transportation industry, turbine engines, wide drawing dies, valves, pump pods, spray nozzles, storage tanks, fabrication of roof and floors, furniture, sports goods, high-speed machinery, etc. in the automobile industry. Marine applications like propellers, shaft, hulls, spar and other ship parts also prepared with these composites. Then, Aeronautical applications like components of rockets, aircrafts, helicopters, missiles also prepared with this material because of low density. Communication antenna and electronic circuit boards also prepared with these composites. Safety equipments like ballistic protection, on that industry, that type of material preparation also prepared these composites. Dear students, this is regarding composites. So today we discussed about introduction of the what is composites, what are the constituents present on that composites, what kind of classification of the composites, what type of composites are there, what are the properties of composites, which type of composites are majorly used in our day-to-day life or industries, and what are the advantages of composites over conventional materials, important applications of composites. Thank you. I posted the assignments. You have to prepare the assignments in your notebooks. Thank you. Bye. Bye. Bye.